second week of our 30th year anniversary celebration.
It is.
I
Can
mean,
you believe that?
I don't know. I feel like this is like the Today Show or something. 100 years of the Today Show. We're gonna ride this pony.
We better ride it.
We're gonna ride it. 30 years.
Not a lot of folks
that
that put that much time in, Rick. That's a long time.
That is a long time.
3 decades,
the wise
my
guys,
friend.
We're lined up. Guidry, Hobbs, and Sarah
Always.
with you. Another great sound off. Before we get going, we survived 2+ weeks of the Olympics. I gotta wonder if
I love it.
are you guys ready? You talked about badminton.
I loved it, man.
Last year, I love the badminton reference and breaking. Did you see the breaking? I don't get the breaking. The spinning.
Hopefully that was a one-off.
They did say that. They said that it would not be back in the next 4 years.
I do.
It will not be back in the next 4
on
years.
tap. All right, we're going to talk about LSU getting the first scrimmage in.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. We're going to kind of take a deeper dive into Clifton McDowell, the McNeese new starting quarterback, and how the numbers and how the stats and his dual threat capabilities and the like.
That
the
will
Saints,
make a difference.
Preseason game number 2. They're going to stay on the West Coast, which they're working out on the West Coast.
They
go
are.
up to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. This will be fun. Earlier in the week, we debated the top 10 receivers in the SEC for the decade.
I think we missed someone.
For the decade. Now, we're going to come up with the best quarterback in the SEC for this season, going into 2024.
Okay.
Who do we think is the best and maybe will be the best when it all ends? All right. And
fair enough.
I got to talk more about USA basketball in the Olympics in regards to the calendar. We're not gonna forget about the old dudes. That's just mind blowing to me.
Look.
All right, let's begin with the LSU Tigers. All right, first scrimmage.
Yeah.
Garrett Nussmeier, from what the reports, I obviously didn't see any tape on it, but the defense got to him a little bit, kind of threw him off. Blake Baker says he's got a lot on the table, but he's liking what he sees. Yeah, it's a good thing.
It would have been bad if they did not Scooter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no, look.
Yeah. Look. Harold Perkins is going to be a mainstay. If we had another guy like Harold Perkins, I think the LSU defense would be pretty good. We had another Harold Perkins, man.
Okay.
He can't be in 2 places at one time. We know that. But
or if they had one coach that knew how to use him, maybe they do.
Look, and the defense, if you got a smart quarterback, Rick, if you see what side Harold Perkins is, I mean, is that, you check away from that. How? That's the thing that good coaches can coach.
All right.
You check away from that.
Every time we go back to ancient history in your playing days, Michael Brooks.
Oh, yeah, they knew he was there.
Yeah.
But he was on one side. Yeah, but he wasn't a middle linebacker.
But Michael was a different specimen. He was going to get you regardless if you knew where he was at. Scooter? Didn't matter.
I don't know, gentlemen.
Didn't matter. He was going to get you regardless.
Look, I'm not pinning on one scrimmage.
Him and Cornelius Bennett were the only two in the SEC at that time that could do that. Right. You could find them, but you couldn't defend them.
Okay, glory days. Let's move to the current century. All right, I got it.
Okay.
All right, but Nussmeier was 7-9. So he had I'm not pinning it on just one scrimmage. Gentlemen, I don't know what you should have higher anxiety about with the LSU defense going into the Southern Cal game.
Rick.
Defensive line or secondary? You pick your poison.
Dude.
I mean, that defensive line.
Dude.
They got a couple guys back, and they got one.
I would say secondary. I would say secondary.
Really?
I'm going to say
secondary.
Okay.
To me, you can mix and match and do numbers and get fresh bodies in there.
Yeah,
and
rotate big guys.
You can hide a defensive line to a degree.
You can.
Yeah,
look,
but that secondary.
Look, Rick, if people are smart and if they look at what kind of depth LSU has in the secondary, they can run 4 to 3 go routes at a time, get a first down, and come back and beat you. They can wear you down like that. That's what teams did. They would put guys on fake go routes. Yeah. You got to still run with them.
Zy Alexander has to come back from this ACL. He has to be healthy and good. Look, Brian Kelly said he was their star in the secondary last year. This is a transfer from southeastern Louisiana. Yeah. Okay, Zy Alexander.
Yeah.
The Tovion guy. Gilbert has to show up in the second. I get you on the hiding the defense and rotating.
You can do that because they're big guys. Yeah.
And of course, I think they're solid at linebacker. I mean,
yeah,
Perkins,
they're good. That's definitely
Penn,
the strength.
The Weaky
but
brothers.
Today's defenses mostly only play 2 linebackers.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And I'm a big linebacker guy.
It's
right.
Harold Perkins, you've got to get the most out of him. You got to get the most out of him, Rick.
We all know Brian Kelly cleaned house on the defensive side.
He should have.
Okay, Blake Baker, defensive coordinator, right? Corey Raymond, new guy in the secondary.
Yeah.
Bo Davis on the defensive line. All right, don't forget about Joe Sloan.
Yeah.
Moved up to offensive coordinator. If there's a new coach, and we'll throw in Sloan and what Cortez Hankton in that mix. Who's going to have the biggest impact on this team?
Well,
what coach should have the biggest
either
impact?
Baker coordinator, defensive
coordinator.
Is this a no-brainer question?
Defensive
Corey
coordinator.
Raymond, the second.
Defensive. Corey can only do so much.
That's where I
Stu.
got the most.
It's a no-brainer question.
Corey got to go up with the defensive coordinator.
It's the DC.
I know.
Okay.
That's what
It's the
saying.
DC.
I mean, Corey can get the guys he need in place and whatever, but the DC is going to make the call.
Blake Baker proved his mettle at Missouri, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 good years at Missouri. I mean, Missouri is Missouri. He was a big force.
It took me a while, guys, honestly, to come here with you and Scooter Rick and really have in-depth discussions about LSU secondary and all. This was never a topic of discussion for us, man.
No. Oh, no.
Never. I mean, Scooter and I talking about how many first rounders LSU's going to have in the secondary. That was a discussion.
There's no more DVU.
You know what?
It's wide receiver.
That was the discussion, man.
I know.
Now it's like, well, Kevin, who's playing?
You
Who's
win with
starting this week?
dogs, right? You win
God.
with dogs. Weren't we at a golf tournament and they had the McNeese players at a golf tournament and you walked up to a lot of brothers and a lot of dogs. What did you tell them? Give me 5 seconds of what you told them. I saw you talking to them. I'm sitting here stretching my back, looking to make a decent golf swing. This guy's talking to McNeese football players.
They said Mr. Gidry. I said, guys, what happened last year?
Mr. Gidry.
It was Mr.
What happened last year, guys? They say, Mr. Gidry, we just didn't have them dogs. I said, you're right. He said, but we got some this year, though. He said,
no.
we're gonna be different.
Well,
he said,
we're
we got some
we're
this
off on
year.
the blue and gold.
He
But
said, we just didn't
look,
have
when
them
you,
dogs.
When you increase your pool of talent, you should be able to find
You
those
have to, Rick.
Dobermans and
You have to.
Pit Bulls and the like, right? The Max Bar and Grill at the National Golf Club is a go-to must place for lunch and dinner or a weekend brunch. Steaks, burgers, seafood, po' boys, pasta, salads. You get the idea. Great apps and desserts, of course, bread pudding is top shelf. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. It's all at the Max at the National Golf Club in Westland.
Where'd you come from?
France. We have France.
Great taste, less filling. Miller Lite.
What are you doing with the Johnson sofa?
They had a pipe break. Water leaked all over.
Really?
I'm a roto-rooter plumber.
Really?
We do water cleanup too.
Really?
Yeah.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleaning.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
We're back having some fun at the round table. That would be this, gentlemen. Hey, straighten
didn't
out that
say
LSU
round
helmet
table.
there. Keep your stuff together there over there.
Got it.
Sound Off,
Get your
presented to you by
Got it.
J&J Exterminating, locally owned and operated. Tim Broussard, Brian Gaspard. These guys
Great guys.
know termites, and they know how to kill them and keep them away from your home or business, and of course, full pesticide control. That would be J&J, and also brought to you by Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana. Talk about legendary names in this part of the state and across Louisiana. That would be Roto-Rooter, Therese
Yes.
and John Barker. They have the plumbing experts, and they do water cleanup as well. Give them a call, Roto-Rooter. All right, next week on the show, we're still working on getting McNeese head
We should
football
get him
coach
in.
Gary Goff in here to talk about the season. A lot
We'll
to talk
get him
about.
in.
We know we got McNeese AD Heath Schroyer locked in, and we got a slew of stuff to talk about between the conference, the opening of the season, the press box, basketball.
Yes, a lot.
Everything.
Press box is looking good.
It is looking good, and they promise it'll be air conditioned. It
Press
better
box.
be. Holy smokes.
Yeah, right.
They forget where they are.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's stay on the
Okay.
McNeese Cowboys and talk a
Oh,
little
my
bit more about
goodness
Clifton
gracious.
McDowell, the new starting quarterback. I talk a lot about quarterbacks. Well, when it comes to McNeese, we hadn't had that much to talk about in a long time. And all due respect to Cody Orgeron. All due respect. All right, he did
very
what he
tough-
could do
oh, yeah, tough
with
player.
his physical limitations. There's
And
no
you're
doubt
right.
about it.
Yeah, Rick, you're right.
This guy, this McDowell guy, we talked about it earlier in the week.
Yeah.
we know his physical attributes. You don't get to Montana and take the Grizzlies to the FCS National Championship game without talent. But it's those other stuff.
Well, we had him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was your
That
impression?
was in June.
In June.
He meets the eye test.
Yes, he does.
That's a large human.
6'5", 230.
He's big.
Yeah.
He's big.
But the coolness, the calmness, the confidence, he's different than any other quarterback that they've had in like 6 or
very
7, 8
impressed.
years.
You know,
the way he moves around the practice field.
I think
The way he talks on the talk show isn't going to help him on the
No,
field.
not at all.
You
Not
know,
at all. Not at all.
And that's on both offense, Rick, and I guess, defense is the same. When you've got guys in a group and in a huddle with you, you can look at their demeanor and look at them in the eyes and know it's going to be okay.
He's a leader.
Yeah,
He's
and,
a
that,
senior.
and
Yeah,
that's
that
offensively.
I will give.
That's exactly what they need.
Offensively, they have got to feel that way when you look into his eyes and when he called the play to know it's going to be okay.
I'm pointing my fingers at both of you guys. Here it is. Here it is. All right? Here's my moment. Here's my moment.
I'm ready for it.
Drum roll.
FBS. All right, the preseason poll is out, right?
Yeah.
All right, you know who's up there.
Yeah.
Georgia, Ohio
Oh, yeah.
State, all that thing. I'm guaranteeing you, the best teams in college football at the highest level, once we get to those playoffs, the best teams will be older and senior dominant.
Why do you say that?
I guarantee that.
Why do you say that?
Why do I say it? Because
don't
that's
know.
the truth.
Well-
I guarantee it.
Well,
In years past,
guarantee
I'm
you.
gonna,
In
I'm
years
gonna
past, it hadn't
call
been
you
the case.
out there. Number one, if that level, seniors don't play anymore. I got news for you.
Yeah.
Watch it.
But-
I didn't
but-
say all
but Rick,
seniors.
but
I
Rick.
said they're going to be senior laden, but you could have juniors that have gone through redshirt year and medical redshirt. My point is, the
No,
McDowells
I know
of
what
the-
you're
you
saying.
need the
They either
McDowells
play
of the
3
world.
years now or they play 8. There's nothing in between.
Exactly. I guarantee you. But let's go back to McDowell. All right, his numbers at Montana earlier in the week. What'd you say? 2,000 plus passing yards, 753 on the ground. The one stat that 58% completion percentage. 58%.
I'd like to see that a little higher.
Yeah. That's just 50.
Kind of want to see it
Yeah,
about
you want that to be a little bit higher.
62, 65.
Yeah. But Rick, back to your point as to what you're saying when you say you see a lot of more
You know
teams that's going to
who
advance.
had about that?
That they're
It's 57, 58% his junior year.
Junior?
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his senior year, he was damn near 80.
Yeah, really.
your older
What's your
teams,
point?
Rick. I see your point when you say your older teams because of the experience and stuff like that. But
It's not
remember
just
now,
seniors, it's juniors too that
but,
play.
But remember, you're going to have superstars that's going to be freshmen too. That's going to pop on the scene too, Rick. Now it ain't going to be just old guys.
I didn't say that. I'm
Okay.
saying they're going to be heavy on
Yeah,
that. They're
yeah.
going to be heavy on
You can
that.
have some
More of the
freshmen that's gonna
Cowboys
start.
as the weeks go on. The New Orleans Saints preseason game against the 49ers. Look, what I'd like to see is more effectiveness in the passing game as they move this along
Yeah.
under Clint Kubiak. The problem with preseason, you don't want to show a lot of wrinkles, right?
No, you don't,
But
but-
I want to see connection. I want to see good rhythm and timing. You know, that's what I'm looking, and better pass blocking.
Yeah.
Better pass blocking. And I don't know what you're going to get out of the 49ers because I don't know. They had to Shanahan scratched a lot of their dual practices because they didn't have enough players. The 49ers are injury riddled now, so I don't know what we're going to see out of
Can't
that.
the NFL, you can always go out there and buy you some
No,
more.
you
Bring
can't.
some in. And good thing for the Saints,
Go to the
no
portal.
serious
Yeah.
injuries. Demario Davis, the veteran, didn't play. He's been in street clothes, but it's mostly cautionary.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of a
It's
groin
preseason,
thing.
Rick. We know that. It's preseason, okay?
All right.
It's preseason.
Jalen Daniels.
What do you thought about Jalen?
Caleb Williams, Bo Nix,
Yeah.
Michael Prentice. I mean,
Yeah.
they all had great first preseason games.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are coming out.
These are first-year
swinging.
guys now. Remember, these first-year guys now.
but top picks.
Yeah.
All
First-year
top
guys,
10?
man.
Well, Apprentice, didn't he fall?
Penix, I'm saying
Penix,
Penix.
yeah.
Penix, yeah.
And you know,
He was in the top 15.
I thought he.
No, he's first
okay.
round.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
the Falcons
yeah.
called the uproar because they signed Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they signed him in the first round.
Good for Jaden.
yeah.
2 for 3, ran for a score.
Yeah.
Right? Ran
Played
for a
one
touchdown.
series, I think it was.
But he,
It was like one
They must like him. That's what you do with veterans.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell
he's
you
got
this.
to be their starter.
Jaden
Jaden Daniels has to be the starter. in Washington.
Rick, they wouldn't have taken him if he wasn't going to start. Come on now. But the thing that bothers me, I know he's got to be in the offensive meeting room with the coaches saying, That's the last time you're going to run now, okay?
Well, I don't know. When you got talent like that, you better use
I
it.
know, Rick, but you
Go
know,
to YouTube and
run if you have
look
to.
at the sideline route he threw against the Jets. I mean, it was a dime.
Yeah,
it was tight NFL coverage.
It was.
A dime. Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys. He's all of 80, maybe 84.
What's wrong with Jerry, man?
He says it's not urgent that we get CeeDee Lamb into camp and
What
sign.
other offensive player you got besides that?
Dak Prescott.
Who else am I
That's it.
thinking about, guys?
That's it.
Because I'm confused.
Did he come back and retract
He
that?
did come back and say, CD, we miss you. We miss you. That's
if you
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones, do you know anybody other than Kevin that likes to hear themselves talk
What?
more than Jerry Jones?
Wow.
That's a
All right, and if you say something dumb, you've got to come back and retract
At least he came
That's
back.
just another chance for you to talk on the air.
CD Lamb has to be signed in camp. We're up against the clock. Round 3 of SoundOff coming up.
Always.
Hey, mister, are you a Roto-Rooter plumber?
Guilty.
Did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Toilet overflow?
Nope.
Pipe break?
Getting warmer.
Busted water heater?
Nailed it.
How long can you hold your breath? Is that your real hair? What's the birds and the bees? Do you know where my grandma is?
You know, I don't know.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
Introducing Simply Spiked Lemonade. Real fruit that left the farm and has seen too much to ever go back. Simply Spiked Lemonade. Tastes like your favorite lemonade. Now spiked. It's getting juicy.
What's bugging you? Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
Where'd you come from?
France. We're France.
Great taste, less filling. Miller Lite.
All right, quick reminder. If you ever, which you shouldn't, but if you miss SoundOff,
Yes.
you're on CBS Lake Charles, Tuesday, Thursday nights, 10:05
Yes.
p.m., Saturday nights at 11. But if by chance
Plug us
you
in.
miss us on the live TV version, if you will, check out YouTube. You just go to cbslakecharles.tv. You punch on YouTube
Yeah.
and you find SoundOff on YouTube. You can watch us anytime at your leisure, 24/7. Just want to remind you about that. All right. Earlier in the week, we talked about the SEC Network's little best of, a little fun
Yeah.
thing they came out with, the best receivers in the SEC for the last decade.
Yeah.
That was fun. I think we all pretty much agreed with the list. Hobbs came out with Luther Burden from Missouri.
Yeah, he got me
I
on that
just
one.
don't get it, Scooter.
He
He
got
had
me
one
on
good year, and you're going to put him in the top 10 of receivers for the entire decade in the SEC.
I just feel there's
I
a
don't know,
10-year
man.
guy
I
we're
don't
missing.
know, man.
It's just, and I'm
You
going to think
follow
about it
the
after we
league.
leave.
You follow the league. He better win the Heisman.
There
this
was a
year.
10-year guy
He
we're
might.
missing. I know it is.
All right.
There's a
Here,
10-year
all right.
guy
So
we're
now we're
missing.
going to. This is our little poll. Now we're going to
I've got mine.
determine who is the best quarterback
I mean,
right
is it a
now
question?
in the
But
SEC.
I mean, is it a question?
Oh, I
really
think it's a
between
good
us?
question. Now here are the
I don't think it
candidates.
is.
Here
All
are the
right.
in
I
no
don't think it
particular
is.
order.
No.
particular order.
I don't think it is, guys.
Georgia's Carson Beck. This is for the viewers, so they'll
That's
know.
okay.
Ole Miss Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Texas Quinn Ewers, if I'm saying
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah. Ewers.
Missouri Brady Cook. There's the
Who's
Tiger.
throwing to Burt?
Yeah, he is throwing to Luther Burden. And
Yeah.
Alabama's Jaden Milroe. All right, so
Jalen.
these are our 5 candidates.
All right, you
Graham
go
Mertz,
first.
Graham
Who's
Mertz
first?
I'll
with
go first.
Florida.
Who's first?
I mean, we're leaving out Garrett Nussmeier.
Guys.
Well, he hadn't
Started
started,
yet.
yet.
No, guys, look.
So here we go.
It's not a question. What they say, look at the resume. Just look at the resume.
Okay.
You've got your answer.
Wow.
Milrose, come on, dude, really?
man.
Look
Oh,
at the
man.
resume.
Jaden
Look at the
Milroe?
look at the resume,
He's
Rick.
the best quarterback in the SEC.
Rick.
That's who I got number
Rick.
Oh
one.
my God!
What games are you
guys
watching?
Nuts?
What games are you watching?
I'm watching
Oh,
SEC
my
football
God.
too. You
All
know.
right, who you
What-
got one?
What
Wait a minute,
games
wait
are
a
you
minute, hold on,
watching?
hold on.
What games are you watching,
Hold
Rick?
on, hold on.
Rick, have you seen this dude's resume? What he did?
Let me quickly.
Let him make a fool of
Carson
himself.
Beck, Jackson Dart, Quinn Ewers, Brady Cook, and Jalen Milroe. And
Is
you
that
guys
your
are
order?
No.
Okay.
That's just a group. That's the Kent.
No, I think Milrose is the most dangerous player in the
I
conference.
didn't say dangerous. I
Rick,
said best.
Rick,
Okay.
come on, Rick. I've been respecting you for a long, long time now, Rick.
Milroe, did they
Rick.
make the playoffs?
second half-
Did Alabama make the playoffs?
Yeah.
We're not
Yes.
looking at.
Yes,
Look,
they did.
We don't need to look at the
Did
resume
Quinn
of what he's
Ewers
done.
make the playoffs?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Should Georgia's Carson Beck should have been in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was.
Okay.
And
he
you
wasn't.
guys are picking a sophomore quarterback to be the
Who
best.
went to the playoffs as a freshman.
He did. He did. Didn't do it by himself.
No.
I
Rick.
think a guy by the name of Nick
Rick.
Saban was still there.
Rick, what was that
Oh,
play?
my
Rick,
God.
what was that play he made with what? 11 seconds left in the game.
Great throw. Unbelievable.
11 seconds left in the game, Rick.
One throw.
Come on, Rick.
One throw.
All
Are
right,
you
come
going to
on.
answer?
All right. All right.
Come
so
on
who
now.
do you
Who do you-
have?
Number
Who's
one.
usually number one
It's
guy?
it's almost dead tie.
What?
Almost. Ewers from Texas
No.
and Carson Beck from Georgia.
Okay.
Carson Beck.
I don't even
You
have
should know the
them two.
numbers.
I don't even have-
Carson Beck threw for nearly 4,000 yards last year.
Okay, yeah,
He had
he had-
like close to 30 touchdowns. This guy is both of them, Ewers and Beck, are Heisman
and I'm-
Trophy candidates. There is no question.
I'm saying
that these
Milrose.
two-
I don't-
and
I don't-
Milrose is
Ewers
not.
is one,
And Milrose
Beck
is
is
not.
1A.
And
I don't
Milrose
know
is not a
Ewers as
Heisman
well.
candidate.
I don't know him as
No.
well, but I'll give
No.
credit.
Okay.
I
No.
say number 2 is Jackson Dart at Ole Miss.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Now
Scooter.
He's
can,
two on
he
my
can
list.
be a little
Yeah.
bit erratic.
He can.
sometimes.
I like him.
Well, his coach is Scooter, because that's why.
So
I like
who's
him.
4?
Okay. Look. Let me ask you another
Wow,
question.
guys.
Let me ask you another question. Out of these 5
Jalen
quarterbacks,
Milroe. I like Jalen Milroe.
wait, but out of these 5 quarterbacks,
Live arm.
out
Big
of,
kid.
out of these 5, watch, I'm finna get you now. Out of these 5 quarterbacks, which team you think will probably make the playoffs?
Well, I'd say 3 of
Texas
them.
and Oklahoma. Yeah. Alabama, outside shot. Outside shot for the
Well,
playoffs.
we don't know. You
Who's
know,
number
the-
one? Who's
We
number
know
one
Nick.
in preseason
We
polls?
know Nick is
Georgia
not there. Yeah,
and
Georgia,
Texas in
Georgia.
the SEC.
But with the team,
You're discounting Carson Beck. I don't know what games you're watching, guys.
I'm watching
And Quinn Ewers.
Milrose. What other guy
Ewers
can
I
threaten?
probably have too low. I had
Rick,
him.
I'm changing it.
If you ask any defensive coordinators in the SEC which quarterback you think would probably threaten your defense the most, what name you think they would say? What name you think they would say, Rick?
Best overall. I don't know about dangerous and electrifying and strong arm and all that
Man.
stuff.
The
Carson
threat
Beck
of him running, Rick, the threat of this kid running, the threat of him running.
Valid, very valid. Carson Beck, Ewers, right up there, and I love Jackson Dart. He's gonna, boy, they're gonna put up some. All right, let's get on USA basketball.
Okay.
Olympics. I know he's like, okay. Here's the
Drank some
thing.
Sprite for that.
They won a gold medal, and
Yeah.
you know who the anchors for this team were? Nearly 40-year-old LeBron James, 36-year-old Kevin
Durant.
and
Don't
35-year-old
discount Kevin Durant.
Steph Curry.
Kevin
I
Durant.
mean, they won the gold.
Why is that?
I mean,
Shouldn't
these
the
are old
United
guys.
States win the gold every 4 years?
They should, Scooter.
Well, this
They
is like
should.
their 8th straight, but
Yeah.
I mean, Scooter, who's the best player in the NBA right now? Jokic.
Yeah, he almost beat him.
Played for Serbia.
Okay.
All right, I'm just saying. There's an influx of European talent
is.
in the
It is.
NBA.
It
There
is.
are
Sure
great,
there
clearly,
is.
they're great teams.
But there's
over
an avalanche
I know.
of American talent
I got
every
you.
year.
And it's the NBA.
Why
But
is it so exciting that they want a gold medal? If they didn't, they ought to be deported.
you were not impressed with the emotion of all these guys to win the goal of Durant and Curry and all of them?
I'm with that. I'm with that.
AD, Joel Embiid,
Well,
Yeah.
I don't have a
whoever.
problem with that, but I'm saying, wow.
We got a
It's a
talent.
gold medal.
You act like it was the 1980 hockey team upsetting the Russians.
I got
one thing,
something I
these
want
guys
us to
may
bring
not
back up
play
in the
in
next
Los
segment.
Angeles
I
in
got something I
4
want us to
years.
bring back up in the
But
next
we're
segment, Rick.
up
We are.
against the clock. You'll do it
We
in
are.
round 4
Yes.
when we continue. Stay right here.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
J&J Exterminating is here for you with our water damage sanitation treatments and wood protective borate treatments. There is no charge for home evaluations. Contact your local J&J Exterminating professional.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Hey, mister, did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Busted water heater?
Nailed it.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup. All right, we're back. You got one more Olympic comment?
Look, this is my pet peeve that I got that came up during the Olympics the whole entire time.
Snoop Dogg.
No. Snoop's my man, y'all.
Snoop.
What the sprinter, Lyle, made a comment. He said, why do you guys characterize or label these guys as world champs? They're not running against the world. We are. Is that a true statement for NFL world champions, for NBA world champions? Is that a true statement? I'm asking you both, Scooter.
I
Pro football.
don't understand what you
He says we run against. Yes, we run against people.
Yeah, across the world.
Across the world.
For what? They don't even pick up first down.
When they compete.
just run.
When they compete.
They just
when
run.
they compete. And he
It's
says,
useless.
how can you call these guys world champions? We should be called world champions. Is that a valid?
He's got some validity in the thought, but why does he want to go?
I don't know.
He's a great champion. He's a gold medal winner. Why do you want to go?
He just said these guys get shoe deals, we don't.
You play a boring sport. That's why.
Well, look.
I don't know, Scooter. It makes millions of dollars.
I didn't see the
This
comment
dude's a
the first
millionaire.
time
He's
I'm hearing
making
about it,
millions
but why go?
with
Good
Adidas.
for him.
He's making millions. But that what came up. I was just wondering, that's a valid point.
Good point. And staying on the Olympics, now that we're going to wrap this puppy up, you know what shocked me was, I mean, it's Paris. I get it. The huge crowds for a lot of the weird events.
A lot of the events, I know.
Like, I love whitewater.
Yeah.
And I tuned in to see kayak cross. It's like whitewater kayaking.
Yeah.
And it was jammed.
Wow.
I mean, ping pong sold out.
Wow.
What about this rock climbing thing that takes all of 5 seconds?
What? Did you see that?
Thousands of people.
Well, we won that.
What do you want to add next time?
Yeah, we won that.
I got my
Can you
sport.
believe that?
What?
It's time.
What is it?
Pickleball.
Oh,
I
God.
was thinking
Pickleball.
Pickleball is coming.
But
Pickleball's coming.
Then I
Pickleball is
decided
coming.
cornhole.
Pickleball.
Okay, if you're going to be stupid and silly, okay.
Yeah.
A bar game. A bar game.
What if they have break dancing and rock
I
climbing?
can't argue with that, man. I really can't argue with that one.
Wow.
Pickleball.
Wow. Pickleball
I
is
don't
coming.
know if it's worldwide yet, but it's coming.
Pickleball is coming.
It's
It
coming.
is.
I've never even actually said. Everybody
You need
I
to watch
know
pickleball.
plays it, but I've
Kevin,
never
you'll
seen
appreciate this. This past weekend, got a group together. Finally, competitive pickleball.
You
it was.
play?
I'm
learning.
trying.
I'm learning.
It was almost you.
I'm
2
learning.
points into my first match, I thought I blew my Achilles. I was thought about you. We're out of time. We'll see you next time right here on SoundOff.